thought the film felt like quite a sort of throwback for me. I felt like I haven't seen a film like this for some time. It was very tender and kind of cautiously optimistic. Did you get a sense for the kind of the unique elements to it when you sort of first read the script?
I'm not sure. I was attracted to this family, to the way it was scripted. It was quite subtle, but I'm not sure I could read exactly the pace that he was going to put into the film, and the extreme sweetness of each character. It's always difficult not to feel too sentimental or too soppy, and this is on the verge of, but he's so honest with his own feelings that I think it's a very honest. I had a connection with the character because even though the story is being told in little touches and there are no huge dramas, but I do go through huge dramas because I'm left by my husband. I don't have any money for the kids. I have to go find a job. I've never worked before. I'm not very good at the first job. I'm thrown out of the shop, so I'm quite incapable of holding up this family. But I do. I do find a job. It takes time, but I do go through every difficulty. Is coped with, but I like the fact that it's told in a very. It's not as if it was toned down because I keep crying for the first part of the film. It's always I'm a mess, but he doesn't. It's not over the top. He looks at the character in a very discreet way.
He has a great fondness for his characters,
yeah.
I think. But yeah, you're right, because there's sort of moments that feel like they're almost inconsequential, but I guess in some ways that's what makes them consequential to the story.
Because it's very much a day-to-day life. I mean, she's very solitary. That's why the job she finds at the radio is so perfect, because it's her world, and she finally loves what she does and becomes a real working woman. But then she has to cope with the fact that her children are going away, and that drama in a woman's life, in a mother's life, is terrible, and she's not ready for that. And I think you can relate to what she goes through as a mother and as a family. It's quite, yes, it's very optimistic in the sense that they're a real family. They're really, ils sont soudés. They're so strong together. But I don't know if I thought it was very touching to see that optimism. It's not, today we're used to films that are very cut and very, the rhythm, the pace, the drama. This one is very realistic in a strange way.
You mentioned obviously the character starting a new job. I mean, obviously there's so many jobs in the world, and do you think as an actress you've had this ability to try your hand at loads of different jobs through the prism of a character? I mean, you can one day be an engineer, you can be a doctor, you can be a drug dealer.
What was nice with this character was that she's a beginner, so I could not know about, usually you do a film, you're a scientist, and you have to pretend that you know everything about this job, or you're a doctor, you know everything about the gesture, and it has to be very believable. Well, for this part, I was going through the discovery of a job and being very awkward with every gesture and learning, and it was just it was a peaceful way of entering a character, discovering, just going with whatever was around me. And with Michael, we had a real connection, not talking much, and just the pace was mine. You know, I could go with my pace. I didn't have to hurry.
My final question, I mean, talking of starting new jobs, you've obviously directed recently for the first time, which I film I can't wait to see. Do you harbour ambitions as well to direct a narrative feature as well? Because I know obviously your first, it's a documentary, of course.
Yeah, it's a documentary, and it's, I was very much not knowing, it was about not knowing what I was doing and looking for my mother, but all these steps of a documentary that wasn't written, so you get away with having no script. Directing a feature film, I'm not sure I'm capable of it. I would love to find another, not especially another documentary, but something that I could get away with not knowing the technique so much.
I can't wait to see Jane by Charlotte, I should say. But anyway, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Cheers, thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey, you guys!
Hey, you guys!
Hey, that's what they all say.
Hey, you guys!
Hey, you guys!